Hello and welcome back to my Nuzlocke run. Let's kick things off with catching a new Pokemon on Route 44. And here I caught a Lickitung. Oh god, we got the foreplay Pokemon. Kind of appropriate for this channel really. And I named this Lickitung Alpha for Alpha Wolf. Man, Alpha is the perfect name for a Lickitung, because as we all know, Lickitung is
the Clit Commander!
I then went to the ice path to catch something, and here I caught a Golbat. Not exactly mega exciting, but it's something new I guess. And I named this Golbat Drapio for Dark Drapio, who left this long comment about how metal and badass Macago is. I'll give you the TLDR.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
I then headed over to Route 45 and here I caught a GLIGAR. I actually really like GLIGAR, it's one of my Gen 2 favourites. And I named this GLIGAR Game Ninja for Gaming Ninja. And he says, I'm not that smart. How dare you? I am the height of elegance and wit.
He said anus.
Entertain nothing. Oh yeah.
After this I went to Route 27 and here I caught a Arbok. That's okay with me, Arbok is bloody cool. And I named this purple snack Simon for Simon Packy. And the reason I gave him this Arbok was because he made this lovely art of the Bug King. I bet Simon is doing this at the screen as we speak.
I'm a snake. I'm a slithery little sneaky snake.
I then decided I would head to Cinewood City to take on Chuck, the fighting type gym leader. And when I was in the gym, some shit went down against a trainer called Black Belt Lao, and his first and only Pokemon was Hitmonchan. And I sent out Robo, who I thought would have no trouble taking this git down. I got knocked out to strike first with his deadly fly that took about 3/4 of Hitmonchan's health. But then Hitmonchan responded with a counter.
No, my number one owl boy.
Fester, destroy this pink mini skirt wearing asshole. It's dead, but I still feel empty. Let's go lay the number one Owlboy to rest. You were one of the earliest additions to this squad and we've been through a lot together. You will be missed, and your race's high fury will never be forgotten. Salute. And you lot already know who's going into the squad. It is of course gonna be Leanne the Grimer. And it was at this point I realised I now have no one in my squad that can fly. So I'm gonna have to get Pinarek the Pidgey out of the box every time I need to fly somewhere. I miss Noctowl so much right now. And after a long time level grinding, Leanne the Grimer evolved into a perfect form Muck. She is the mucky boy, she is the mucky boy. Wait, that makes no sense. She is the mucky girl, she is the mucky girl. And with the whole squad sufficiently leveled, it's time to take on Chuck. And here's his squad. This honestly gave me more trouble than I was expecting. But either way, I declare everyone except for Macabo for this fight for obvious reasons. And the first Pokemon Chuck sent out was a Primeape. And I went in with a ghostly saviour Gengar. Rudolph starts off proceedings with a deadly Psychic that kills the Primeape in one shot. But Chuck's next Pokemon, Poliwrath, puts up a bit more of a fight. And I stuck with using Psychic, which takes about 3/4 of Poliwrath's health. And then Poliwrath responded with a Hypnosis, putting Gengar to sleep. And after this, Poliwrath begins his barrage of Surfs, getting Gengar's health pretty low. But will he get the killing blow with his next Surf? Thank God, I couldn't take losing Rudolph. Get out of there. Let's send in the number one creepy boy to finish off this bastard. And Fester takes a Surf on his entrance that thankfully does bugger all damage, which gives Fester the chance to finish off this Poliwrath with his signature Psychic. And Chuck next sends out URSARING, which is a bit of a wild card, so I decided to give Leanne her gym debut. And she sadly takes a critical slash on her entrance that does a good half of her health. But she uses a powerful Sludge Bomb that gets URSARING into the yellow. And URSARING responds with an Earthquake. Woo boy, wasn't expecting that. But fuck it Muck, go for the killing blow. Well done my mucky girl. And next up is a Chuckle, called Chuckle. Do you get it? They combined Chuck with Chuckle. I'm not gonna lie, that's fucking genius, and I love it.
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100, best king.
And it was time to let the sludgy one rest. So I sent in Layton to take down this so-called Chuckle. And old Chuckle hits us with a rollout during our entrance that does 1 damage. I almost feel sorry for Chuckle. And I'll save you some time here. After multiple earthquakes, Chuckle went down. F's in the chat for Chuckle boys, he was an absolute unit.
Gay!
And we then come up against Chuck's last Pokemon, Machamp. And Layton probably isn't the best matchup for Machamp, so I swapped in the creepy boy to clean up. Unluckily for us, Machamp misses a dynamic punch on Hypno's entrance, which Fester takes full advantage of, and he slams Machamp with a psychic, almost killing him in one. And Machamp replies with a dynamic punch that does bugger all damage to Fester, but it does confuse him. But through the confusion, Fester manages to get the killing blow with another psychic, giving us the win. Well, that could have gone better, but it could have gone worse as well. Well, let's head back over to Kanto. And our Kanto adventure starts over in Vermilion City because I need the bike to catch more Pokemon. So I head over to the Pokemon Fan Club house and listen to this boring old git go on and on about his Rapidash. Can you please just...
Shut up! Shut up!
And after all that, he just gives us a fucking rare candy. I probably shouldn't give that to my Pokemon. God knows what he's done to it.
You like
Rare candies.
Well, sure.
And you need to come on down to the cellar. I got a whole freezer full of
Rare candies.
So I just decided to head over to the bike shop, and lo and behold, the bloke running the shop just gives the bike to you. Can't complain there. And I wasn't ready for what they've done with the bike sprite. Look at that, it's a fucking red Master Chief. Okay, I like that, it looks cool. Anyway, here on Route 17 I caught a Fearow. Fearow is shit. And I named this Fearow Betamon for Vendetta 5th of November. Because he asked me to name a Pokemon after a Digimon. And Betamon is the perfect name for a Fearow, because Fearow is an absolute I next went to Route 18, but sadly there wasn't a thing I didn't already have. And at this point it dawned on me that Alpha the Lickitung can learn Surf, so I can hit some water areas I've missed. With Alpha in tow I went to Route 12, and here in the briny deep I caught a Tentacool. You know what, I actually quite like Tentacool and Tentacruel, so this is a win. And I named this Tentacool First Ink for First Ink 547, who said I smell good. Which I know isn't true, I'm as nasty as this guy.
And here, try this.
What the fuck?
After this, I then decided to make Alpha my official HM bitch, and I taught him Cut, which will let me hit a couple areas I missed. And the first of these areas was Route 8, and here I caught a Abra. Hell yeah, the Abra line is awesome. And I named this Abra Pika-Link for Mr. Pika-Link, mainly because of this wholesome pun joke. Two bros are sitting in a library. One bro says to the other bro,
Hey bro, hand me that pamphlet.
The other bro says,
Brochure.
And the last place I hit up was Route 13, and here I caught a Nidorina. I mean, all I can say about Nidorina is meh. And I named this Nidorina Kit Kat for the Kitty Cat Gamer 21. Because as we all know, Kit Kats are awesome.
He's never eaten a Kit Kat in his life.
He puts it in horizontal and it barely fits.
This is take 3. They had to stop giving him whole bars because he just kept biting right into them.
Well, let's head over to Cinnabar Island to take on Blaine. And I like what they've done with Blaine's gym. Sure, it's basically just Claire's gym, but it makes more sense for Blaine actually. Okay, time to battle this lad. And here's his squad. Well, this team certainly is.
Yes, spicy meatball.
And the first Pokemon Blaine sends out is Macago. Ah, I see you're a man of culture as well, Blaine. And I sent out the #1 creepy boy, Fester, who gets off to a perfect start by taking down the Macago with 2 hits from his Psychic. And Blaine next sends out a Magmar, which slams Hypno with a Fire Blast, taking about 1/4 of his health. And Fester responds with a Psychic, which does about the same amount of damage as Magmar did. Magmar again hits us with a Fire Blast, getting Fester down into the yellow, and Fester does a headbutt that gets Magmar's health to about the same as ours. And then the Fire Blast barrage continues. Well done, Fester, you tanked the hit. Now kill that duck-faced prick. And next up is Houndoom. And I obviously switched out Fester at this point for Leanne, the Sludge Queen, who's hit with a crunch on her entrance that doesn't trouble her too much. But before Leanne can get her first hit in, Houndoom hits her again, this time with a Fire Blast, scorching another chunk of her health. And Muck responds with a powerful Sludge Bomb, which almost kills the Houndoom in one shot. And then Muck is hit with a Fire Blast. I knew you could do it, Leanne. Now kill that edgelord dog. Such a good sludgy girl. Next up is Rapidash, and now's probably a good time to swap out Leanne for Rudolph, who takes quite a lot of damage on his entrance from a Fire Blast. But when Rudolph can attack, they use a Psychic which snaps Rapidash's health in two like a brittle Pringle, and Rudolph is hit again with a Fire Blast which completely buggers his health. And I ain't taking no chances with Rudolph's life, so I swapped in Macabo to clean things up. And he actually manages to avoid taking a hit from a Fire Blast, which is nice. On the next turn of combat, Macabo is hit with a Fire Spin that doesn't stop him from digging. And once he emerges, he kills the Rapidash with his critical dig. The Dapper Spar strikes again, baby. The next Pokemon Blaine sends out is his signature Arcanine, and its first move was of course Fire Blast, which does massive damage to Macabo. But that doesn't faze him and he burrows once more. And when Macabo finally emerges, it does a decent amount of damage, but since another hit would probably mean death for Macabo, I swapped in the best Snail Boy Harry, who dodges being hit with a Fire Blast on his arrival. And in the next turn of combat, Arcanine again tries a Fire Blast and it hits Harry for a pittance of damage. Then Harry unleashes a mighty Earthquake that brings the Arcanine close to death. Then Blaine uses a bloody Max Potion, because of course he does. And Harry strikes with an Earthquake, taking a nice chunk of Arcanine's health. And before Magcargo can get a hit in, Arcanine uses a Safeguard which does little to stop the almost life-ending damage Harry does with Rock Slide. And after another Fire Blast, Harry can finally get the killing blow. Next up is Blaine's last Pokemon, the legendary bird Moltres, which first uses a Steel Wing on Harry which gets him down into the yellow. But as you would expect, Harry kills this flaming chicken with a single Rock Slide. God, this Magcargo is such a Chad. All hail the Snail King. Well, I think that's a good place to bring this episode to a close. I hope you all don't forget to put some Fs in the chat for Robo, the best owl a trainer could ask for. Rest in peace, buddy. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.